Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Kaomi here, and I am back with a video update. So if you did not know, I had my baby boy October 29th, 2021. He is about 2 weeks and 2 days old, and I'm just really excited to have him here. You can hear in the background, he hears me talking all of a sudden. So what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna tell you like my birth story, all that good stuff, and then show you him. I'll probably have to pick him up a little bit later because he can hear me talking. Okay, let's get started. Y'all see my hair? Y'all probably can't even see it. Ooh, kill the game. Ooh. Okay, let's go. Okay, I don't know why I'm so nervous. I just haven't been on camera in such a long time, so just bear with me if I look crazy or if I'm not doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So let's start with Wednesday, October 27th. Okay, so Wednesday, October 27th was my mom's birthday. Okay, so what happened when I found out I was pregnant, I thought I was having a boy. Like, I just felt like I was having a boy, right? And then I felt like he was gonna be born early. So they said his due date was November 8th. 2021, but I felt like he was gonna be born like on my mom's birthday or like in October. Okay, so I'm just thinking that in my head, you know, la-da-da-da. And then next thing you know, everybody's gonna keep telling me like, oh, he's gonna come early, you know, like we'll see. So my mom's birthday was October 27th. October 27th, Edward and I, that's my husband's name, we decided we were gonna walk pretty much every day until our son comes. So we walked around Cascade Park for a long time, and Cascade Park is this huge park in Tallahassee, Florida, if you didn't know. So we walked around there, and I'm just walking at night. It was like 8 o'clock at night, right? And every time I was walking, my stomach would get really tight. Now I know that now it's called Braxton Hicks contractions, where your stomach gets tight but like it doesn't really hurt. Some of people say it feels like period cramps, but mine didn't really hurt. They were just really tight. And so I noticed like a few weeks before that, whenever I would like walk long distances or like walk even short distances, my stomach would start tightening. So when we walked that night, my stomach was tightening, and I was like, okay, bet, like we just gonna do this every time. Now my baby was head down in right positions for like 3 months. All right, okay. And so he was always head down like for the longest time, and so I just felt him like pressing against like everything when I was walking and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So that was Wednesday to October 27th. October 28th, I went to school. I'm a teacher if you didn't know. So I went to school. My last day was supposed to be October 29th. That was a Friday. Okay, and I was supposed to have a whole week before E3 comes, right? That's our son's name, E3. So October 28th, I go to school, I work. He's pooping. Sorry. Okay, so October 28th comes, and I go to work, and then Edward picks me up, and we go get some chicken, and then we go to his dad's house. I'm about to get him. Alright, hold on one second. Alright, so this is him. He wants me to hold him. I'm gonna do that. Okay. October 28th, we go to my father-in-law's house, and you know, I'm eating. Edward's going there. It's the Thursday, so Thursday is Bible study, right? So he has to preach, so we're just going over there to say hi. Then we're gonna go home. We're ready for church. So I'm eating chicken, and they're talking. Then I had to get up to go to the bathroom. So I get up, go to the bathroom, and as I'm closing the door, I feel this huge pow, like a huge pop, right? And I'm like, ow! I scream out. And then all of a sudden I say, my water broke. And Edward's head pops across the hall like, what? Like, what the heck? And I have a video, and I'll insert it now. So my water just broke. And Edward's freaking out. What are you doing? That's all the water on the floor. It literally looks like water.
Give me one that's not you.
My whole water just broke. My leggings are like soaked. Can you see? Yeah, my whole leg is soaked. Okay, so pretty much what happened was all of this water, like at first I thought it was blood, like because it was just so thick and like it just started running down my leg. Then I realized after it hit the ground that it was water. Like it was just a whole clear bunch of water, right? So I'm like, oh my god, like this is really happening, you know what I'm saying? And so all of this water is all on the floor and I feel so embarrassed because the one is not our house. And so like, ugh, I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I just started laughing and Edward's like, oh my god, like he looks like he's like, what am I supposed to do? And then Papa Ed is like, okay, let's get some towels. So they're running around low-key, like with their heads chopped off. Not really, but kind of. And I'm just standing there like laughing as this water's just gushing out. It will not stop. It's like, it's kind of like someone's just standing there spraying me with water, like, and it's just all on the ground, all on my leggings and everything. So he tells me to sit down on the toilet and they give me a towel and I'm just sitting there and I'm just laughing. And so then I call my grandma and I tell her what happened. She goes, girl, just wrap a towel around your legs and go to the hospital. And I was like, okay, bet. So pretty much what happens after that is we fight back and forth. Not fight, but like I said, oh, I can go home, you know, and change, take a shower. And Ed was like, no, the doctor said if your water break, you got to go to the hospital. So I'm like, okay, bet. So we go to the car, they lay out this plastic and put on our van because we just got a new van. And then we drive into the hospital. I put a video of that here. So we were just talking and Edward is nervous.
In 1 mile, take a slight right turn to merge onto I-10 East toward Lake City.
Water keeps coming out. I don't know if y'all want to see all this, but it's like keeps coming out like a freaking gush, like a freaking water fountain at Disney World. I just called everybody I need to call, and we're gonna just see what happens. Because at this point, we don't know. Who chose this for? Like, who said we could be parents? But yeah, we're going to the hospital now.
Brother!
Just to see. No contractions yet. But the car seat, everything for baby is ready. He got 2 diaper bags and the car seat ready in the crib. But man, we got a whole box in the back.
Use the right lane to take a slight right turn to merge onto I-10 East toward Lake City.
We've been bad and have not packed our own bags. But our son's bags is ready. He's ready to be born. That's about it. You have anything to say, Daddy? No. At this point, all we can do is just go with the flow. We're trying, soaring. It's what, October 28th right now? Alright, sounds good. I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I guess that walking helped, huh? So while I can still talk, basically what happened was I had to pee. We were at his dad's house and I had to pee, so I stood up, and when I went to close the door, I felt like a huge pop, like ow, and it hurt, and I said ow, and then all of this water just starts coming down, like, and Edward shows up, you know, I've never seen his, if I could take a picture.
In 2 miles, take exit 203 onto State Road 61 toward Capitol Circle Northeast.
I would go back to his face. He looked like, you lying, like, cause I've low-key been saying that my water broke like all week, and last week I just kept saying it randomly, but it broke this time. Baby is still moving, and he's pressing against the right side like he always do. I still have to pee. I never got to pee, so at this point I'm just holding it, and I have a whole bunch of towels wrapped around because we're not trying to get our new van messed up by amniotic fluid. Oh, sorry. I feel a little tinge or something now. Oh shoot. My wallet driving to the hospital, and we check in. I don't do any of the pre-paperwork I was supposed to because I just never got the time to mail it in. Like, who mails stuff anymore? Anyway, so I had to fill out all this paperwork while I have this huge towel around me and it's just cold. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. So we go into this little room after filling all of it out. And they put this like band around me. Like the pink one I think was like for the heartbeat. The blue one was for contractions. And she comes in, she's like, can you feel any of this? And I'm like, feel what? And she's like, you've been having contractions. And I'm like, what? I've been having contractions this whole time. So pretty much I was starting to have contractions, but I didn't know I was having contractions. So Edward went to go get some things for us, and because obviously this happened when we weren't even at home. So she put the thingy back on me. Blue is for contractions, and pink is for heartbeat. So his heartbeat is doing well. It's at 129. Can you hear it? And then my contraction right now is at 5. It was just at 41. So I'm kind of feeling it, kind of not. But this is what it looks like. Ooh. Ta-da. I was going to take maternity pictures and everything this weekend. Not going to do that no more. Yeah. So I want to give you an update. And when I went to the doctor on Tuesday, I was 1 centimeter dilated. She said I was still 1 centimeter dilated. She said he was like really close to the cervix, like he was really close to the cervix, but I was not all the way dilated yet. So they were going to keep me there to see how long I, progress while they clear out a room for us. And pretty much like we just sitting there. I have to keep going to the bathroom. Sometimes there's a little blood in the little water, but water has not stopped. It's still going. It's not as heavy as it was when it first broke, but it's consistently going. So she has to keep changing this little pad they have on the bed. It's just a yucky situation. And then I'm sitting there. Edward goes home because we didn't have any bags packed for us. We only had bags packed for baby. So pretty much I'm sitting there watching Bible study while he's gone, and I hear like 3 different women. So there's 3 different scenarios. There's one woman who's 24 weeks pregnant who thinks something's going on with her, so they check her for a little bit to see if she's doing okay. There's another lady across from me who's going to be having a C-section, so she's just chilling, waiting for her C-section. And then there's another lady who's like a G. She's had like 6 kids. She's like, gosh darn, these contractions hurt. Oh, like she was over there like, let's just get the baby out. Like she has like 6 kids already. So I was just like, this is the world of motherhood. So pretty much Edward comes back with a whole pizza because she said we could eat pizza. So I'm eating. I'm so hungry. So I ate. And I was afraid of the stores. They say you can't eat, but she said if you're not having cesarean, like you can eat. So I ate. And then they take me off this thing, and our new nurse comes. So our new nurse comes. And I don't know about So our new nurse comes, and he is really awesome. He's really funny and really loud, and he's this Asian guy with a whole bunch of tattoos. And so he's like, you ready for this? And he curses, and it was just like the funniest thing ever, because like everybody else is so calm and quiet, and he's like, what's up? So we're walking to our room. He puts us in the room, and pretty much the whole time is like, I'm very thankful for him because he was really helpful, like with information, and he was on time. You know how some nurses be like, okay, I'm gonna come back and check on you, and they never come back for like 5 years. No, he actually did come back, and he was just really funny and really helped through he helped me through the process of like not being nervous, even though I was very calm in general. Like if there was somebody else who was like tense, I probably would have been real tense. So okay, so he just gave us Pitocin. So we'll see how I handle these contractions when they come. Mama Rhonda's here. Do you want to be on the video? Mama Rhonda's here. She's updating her on some things. It's 12 o'clock. At 12:30 he's going to come back. And give me more Pitocin. Oh, he's already back with the pillow.
Where do you think it was going?
The contractions started coming a lot. Like, they don't hurt as bad as I thought they would hurt at the beginning. But I knew they were going to hurt worse because the Bible says that, well, I wouldn't say they, okay, how about this? It's not that they didn't hurt. I just didn't realize how strong I was to take the pain, if that makes any sense. Like, I thought I wasn't going to be able to take it. Even though I did get an epidural at the end, by the time I got the epidural, I had went through the hardest part of labor, which he called the transition. Oh my God, that was so painful. But it was like something like, even though it was painful, I wouldn't mind going through it again. So I'll insert me going through some contractions somewhere around here. So it's 4 something in the morning. I've had some type of narcotic that's helped with the contractions, but I said one of the worst contractions of my life. I'm waiting for the epidural, so I could get some more rest. And we're just trying to sleep. Okay, here comes another one. It hurts, y'all. Alright, I'll let you know how the epidural goes. But our room was cool. At this point, I wasn't really filming a lot because they wouldn't really let me film a whole bunch. But I was kind of tired. By the time we went to the hospital at 5, I was in this room by like 7, 8. And then they gave me Pitocin because they said I was still not really dilating fast enough. And once they gave me Pitocin, the contractions started coming like really intensely. And Edward's like, you know, he's so supportive. He was really trying to make sure that everything was okay. And my mom-in-law came and visited for a little bit. And then he came back in there because I could only have one person at a time. We didn't get a COVID test, which I thought we were, but they said that only one person could be in the room with me. So then he's like coming back in, you know, he gave me this drug called something before I got the epidural. And he was like, okay, the first time it's going to work, great. You're going to feel a little loopy. You're going to just feel pressure when you have your contractions. And then if you want another one, unfortunately, it's not going to really make a difference. It's still going to hurt. So he gave it to me, and I was feeling like all drugged up, and I was able to go to sleep for a little bit. But then I felt the contractions, and I was like, oh, I need some more of that. So he gave me some more. It really didn't do much, like he said. And then it was time. Hold on, my husband. Okay, sorry, my husband called me. All right, so where was I at? Okay, so he gave me this drug. It didn't work. It worked the first time, didn't work the second time. And then all of a sudden, the pain was just wilding, okay? So Edward's sleeping at this point. It's like 11, 12, I guess. And it's just painful, you know? And I called him, and I was like, hey, called the nurse, and I was like, hey, nurse, like, it's starting to hurt. So he was like, okay, we can call the person to come do the epidural. So I guess she had like other rounds to do because obviously other people in the world are having babies. And so pretty much she took forever to come. Like, I want to say by the time she came, I was almost too late to get an epidural. So like I said, I had already went through this phase, I guess he calls it transition phase, where it's like by the time to like to push. That was like like when she came in there, like I was like just shaking in pain, like shaking during the contraction, and then when it was over, it was like, oof, and it comes and it was like shaking, like it was like you feel like you're getting tased. I feel like this is like what tased feels like. I don't know, but it's just something that I can't explain. Pretty much, Edward's staring at me like, oh my God, like, is she okay? You know, my nurse is like, push, breathe through, like he's excited or whatever. And so she finally comes in there, and I hated getting the epidural because it was just a lot going on. Like, one, I was having contractions back to back. She was having me like bend over, so like my belly, the baby was just kicking in there like, what you doing, why you bending over? And she stuck this needle up me. I don't really mind needles, but it was just taking like, I was afraid I was gonna get paralyzed because they say you're supposed to stay really still, but like every time she was about to get ready to put it in there, I was freaking having a contraction, bro. Like I was like, oh my God, like I have a contraction, just hold on 1 second. And she just was like straight face, like she was about her business, you know what I'm saying? And I understand not everybody's gonna be like la-di-da all the time, like happy, but when I tell you, he is just so cute right now. But anyway, so I was still recording. I got the epidural and it started working, but it wasn't working fast. Like he said it was gonna work like 15 minutes. In 15 minutes it was gonna start working. Boy, when I say as long as 15 minutes of my life, like I was like, by the time this is working, it is a wrap. It's like a waste of time. But it started working, like fading up, starting to tingly up to like my lower half, and finally it worked. But I could still feel the pressure. Like he said, you can still feel the pressure of the contraction. So I was like, okay, cool. So whenever I felt the pressure, which is kind of similar to like you having to poop, I would like push. So he said, once you feel like you have to poop, that means that it's time to push. He said I was 10 centimeters. I feel like I'm all over the place with the story, but like that's just how I feel. He said I was 10 centimeters dilated. So he's like, it's time to practice push. So I was practicing pushing. He's like, you're doing great, because you know we was having this banter back and forth where he was like, you're gonna suck at it, everybody sucks the first time they do pushing, but he said I was great. And I was thinking, like while I was pushing, like thinking like as a musician, like you have to push on your diaphragm. So I was like using those techniques. Also I was using my swimming techniques where you like breathe out air and then you take a breath and you breathe. So I think that's what helped me when it comes to the contractions, was like breathing like I was a musician, because I am one, or like breathing like I was swimming. So he was like, we don't need to practice pushing anymore, we're just gonna push. And I'm like, okay. So he started pushing, and he was like, the baby's head's right there. He pulled the mirror down, and I thought that Edward was gonna like run out or pass out, because when he did the IV, Edward was like, oh my God, that's so much blood. But Edward was like looking at the place, trying to see his head too. He was really excited, okay? So I was pushing, then the doctor finally came in, because I guess he's not gonna come in if you're not like at a certain point. So he finally came in, and mind you, my doctor was asleep. Like he was asleep, like he was taking a nap, because you know doctors got to stay there all night, I guess. So they had to wake him up to come to me, and he's not my main doctor. My main doctor was on a vacation at the time, girl. But either way, it was fine. So he comes in, and he's like, literally don't say anything. He's like about his business too. So my nurse is like, push, you know, he's just killing the game. Doctor's like, ready. Then all of a sudden I push, and he was born at 6:13 a.m.
Yeah, sure.
I also like to do that because sometimes there's a discrepancy, so then you have evidence.
It's okay, like. Yeah. Gotta call my grandma. Not yet. Yeah, I'm videoing.
Sir, we salute you, man. Thank you so much.
Peace out.
I held a leg on a counter. Like I said, I'll send you a message here in a second. I was finished up some paperwork, but very good job.
Thank
Did you
you.
do the weight yet?
Yep.
6'3".
Oh man, I was way off.
I was off too.
He looks like a solid 6'3" then.
I thought he was.
When I tell you, I didn't feel nothing at all, but I had a 2nd-degree tear, and so I had to get dissolvable stitches. And When he put him on my chest, I was just like, holy crap. Ever was crying. I didn't cry. Not yet anyway. And they was he came out crying. He was 6 pounds, 3 ounces. This is him. He's like, Ma, you're doing the most. Look at my baby. Look at my baby. Say hi. Oh, he got my hand. Say hi. But anyway, he smiles in his sleep. So anyway, so he came out. He was looking just like his daddy, and I was just so in love. Like, this is my baby. This is my son. So I guess I'll do the other parts later, like first night and stuff like that. But I would have another child again. I don't know if I would do it without the epidural, maybe, because I don't know. I almost did. I'm just afraid of that ring of fire type thing. But other than that, it was a really good experience. But in the end, he was born 6:13 a.m. less. I think I delivered him in like 11 hours. Like, I wasn't in labor. I think I was in labor for like 6 hours. It went by really fast. And it's because the barrier between my water breaking and everything, they say like they want to get the baby out if your water breaks. So I didn't have any issues. I'm very thankful. But I'll tell you the story after that. I'll tell you the other stories in a minute. But I gotta get ready to go, and we about to go eat some food. Okay? I love you guys. It's been real. Welcome baby E3 to the world. His name is Edward, just like his daddy. And he's so cute. Here, I'll take this off so you can see. Say hi. Say hi, mommy. Ooh, it's my baby. He's like, Ma, you doing the most. But this is him, his little outfit. He is a light skin. I didn't know he was gonna be this light skin, but he is. Hi, mama. Hi, Bubba. Alright. I know I've been gone. I know I've been doing the most, but I just want to say hi and thank you guys for supporting me still. And there'll be more to come. You'll see. Okay. Bye.